Hey everyone, it's Desiree and I am here with Paper Rose, and today it's all about the die cutting. Gotta have a lot of die cutting. It's a great way to create a scene for your cards, and it's perfect also to use for using up your scraps. The dies I'll be using is Chloe's Coverplate. That was the first one I showed. This one here is the Cherry Blossom Branch metal die, and then my sentiment is going to be the Hugs Fine Script die. So as always, I always take care of my die cutting first, and you can see all of my pieces. Die cutting not only is a great way to create your scene, but it's also a wonderful way to get dimension. And that's what I'm going to do here with this cover plate. I die cut it twice, so I'm going to have just a little bit more dimension from this. I have a piece of cardstock for pale blue, or of pale blue, that's going to sit behind this. And directly behind that cover plate. I do like to use my liquid glue, and with something this fine and detailed, I like to use dots, just little tiny dots when it comes to the center. I'm going to make sure I place this down in the bottom left hand corner, and any excess of the blue cardstock I will simply cut away. And of course, you know, got a cat, so cat hair. So I just pulled that away, and I'm going to use my scissors to cut away that excess. And again, I do apologize, my voice for being so raspy. Got hit with a good cold. Place this down onto my standard A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this will be a side folding card. I cut 2 of the branches, thinking I would have one coming from the top and one coming from the bottom. I just thought that took away from the design of the cherry blossom branches. So I will place them both in the upper left hand corner and make it look like one big branch that's coming from that corner. I'm going to make sure that I do have a small amount, but made sure that all of those leaves are covered. Again, they're not going to go down to the blue cardstock. They're going to stay on top where that design is. So I want to make sure that I'm hitting those areas with the glue. I'm going to butt that branch right up, coming out of the corner of the other one. And I'm just going to trim that one little section off. I'm going to work on the sentiment next. I die cut the cloud 3 times from white cardstock, because that's my card base and also the cover plate that's in the back. And then I used the same cardstock that I used for my branches. Didn't go with a black. If the branches were die cut from black cardstock, then I would have used that, just to make all of that come through. When I placed the hugs, I did make sure that it came off and was even with the base of the card. Now it's just having fun and layering our die cuts with the different sizes of the cherry blossoms. I'm also going to be showing the centers and then also the secondary center of a cherry blossom. So I don't have to annoy you with this voice. I'm going to turn on some music and you can sit back and enjoy. Now that we have all of our pieces in place, I'm just going to add a few crystals, and these are clear, so these will take on the color of the area that I'm placing them down. And it's just a few. I'm not going to do each of them. I did make sure to add one of the cherry blossoms to the sentiment, which I thought kind of helped and accented the sentiment. Here's our card, and I do hope that you enjoyed this. Hopefully I gave you some techniques when it came to die cutting and making your dies look like another image to create your scene. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and most of all, love the art that you do create. Stick with it and don't give up with it. You never know how it's going to turn out. But most of all, remember what's most important. Always be creative, and I'll talk to you in the next one, guys. Till then.